So welcome everyone. Yay to Meditate to Recreate. We're going to jump straight in. So I would like to invite you, if you'd like to actually stand up to begin this meditation, and then we're going to sit down. So standing up, and we're just going to get a sense of our bodies today as we begin our meditation. So having our feet just a little bit apart, kind of in line with our hips, just so that we can move safely from side to side or front to back. Now, in the beginning, sometimes hard to close your eyes if you're going to do a little bit of movement. So you're very welcome to leave your eyes open. What I would encourage you, if you're going to begin the meditation with your eyes open, is to start having a really soft focus. It's kind of like the picture in front of you, or the picture in front of your eyes is not clear or sharp. And what you're doing is you're just having your gaze in front of you in a really natural kind of way, maybe initially having your eyes looking at one particular point in front of you, but just allowing your vision to become soft. It's called an open focus. And we do this with our thoughts, and we do this with our bodies, and we do it with our sounds around us. And in mindful meditation practice, what we do is we just hear the soundscape around us. We're not listening for any particular sound, but we're just hearing the sounds around us. We can learn to do the same with our vision, and it can be quite a relaxing thing to do, is just to have a soft focus. So let's begin. And we're just going to begin our meditation tonight as though we're walking. So just kind of swaying side to side in a really natural rhythm, as if we're walking. Walking, walking, swaying from side to side. And as we begin walking, we might like to begin to imagine ourselves in the rainforests of Arnhem Land, the rainforests in the northern part of Australia, lush and green. And as we walk, we can feel the sun beams on our skin. And so we might like to stretch our hands up towards that sun, reaching up, all the way up, as if we can almost reach up and touch the sun, reaching up as we walk along. Maybe one hand reaching, kind of grabbing the sun rays, grabbing them and pulling them down, grabbing them and pulling them down. Wonderful rays of sun falling down on our bodies as we walk along, one foot after the other, after the other. All around us is the lush green rainforest, the canopy overhead, and the green foliage underneath us as we walk along, swaying from side to side in a really natural rhythm. And as we walk, swaying from side to side, we begin to draw the air in through our nose, down our throats, deep into our bellies, deep down, deep into our lungs, breathing the air in, breathing it in, drawing it in, filling up our chest, filling up our lungs. And as we walk, we might like to blow it out, blowing. Maybe it even sounds audible. Walking and breathing, breathing in and blowing that air out. We begin to hear the sounds of the rainforest, the call of the birds. There's an abundance of birds. Some are rustling in the undergrowth, others high in the canopy of the forest. Their rings are loud in our ears, their calls reaching out to us across the forest. We walk along. We begin to hear the sounds of our Indigenous sisters, the rhythm of their clapsticks in our ears. Our pace begins to match the pace of the clapsticks. As regular as our heart beating, we hear their call. And as we walk along, we're drawn to a waterfall and a great lagoon in front of us. As we come closer, we see our sisters sitting on the water's edge. So we wander over and we find a seat in the circle. As we take our seat amongst our Indigenous sisters, the clapsticks begin to fall silent. Taking our seat amongst them, we find a comfortable position. Together we sit quietly. All around us are the sounds of the forest. There's a slight breeze now, and we can hear the rustling of the canopy of the trees. Further away, we can hear the water as it drops down into the lagoon in front of us. We share the circle with our sisters who are our elders, the wise women, the wise ones who have lived life. We begin to sway gently with the breeze, swaying ever so gently from side to side. Our Aboriginal sisters have a connection to the earth. So we sit quietly, respecting their tradition. We notice our breath again, the flow of air in through our nose, down our throats, deep into our bellies. Breathing in and out, out and in. In the water in front of us, we begin to see bubbles popping on the surface. With our fingers, we imagine the bubbles rising up from the fish and other creatures. Rising up, rising up. And again, rising up, rising up. We allow our hands to fall into stillness. And our fingers are bubbles rising up. Our hands again falling down into a place of stillness. Our hands fall into our laps. And we take a moment to allow our thoughts to do the same. Our thoughts coming to a place of quietness. As we sit in the circle in the rainforest with our Indigenous sisters. Noticing our breath. Noticing our breath. Noticing our body. Feeling the way that our bodies are connected to the earth. The gravity drawing us down. We begin to notice the parts of our body that are touching things. Perhaps our feet are on the floor. Maybe we can feel the chair or seat or bed or ground beneath us, beneath our thighs. Gravity is drawing us down as we sit in this place of abundance. Gently and slowly, we begin to pay attention to those parts of our body that are pushing up against the gravity. Where can we feel pain today? Where can we feel it in our bodies? We pay attention. Our bodies are speaking to us. Are we listening today? And as we breathe life-giving oxygen in, we imagine it traveling to those parts that are feeling pain. The oxygen traveling deep into our bodies, filling our blood, then following a path down to the pain, up to the tension. And as we breathe out, we release. We release our shoulders, releasing our neck, Maybe we feel tension in our bellies tonight. Maybe our tummy muscles are clenched. We're struggling to rest. Breathing the air in and then out. As we sit in the company of our Indigenous sisters. 3 come forward to meet us. Each one has a message for us. Will we hear their message? Will we hear their song tonight? We quieten our minds so that the thoughts can bubble up. The first sister tells us that her name is kindness. She is standing right in front of us. Her eyes filled with compassion. In the distance, we hear the sound of music, and we take the time to hear what kindness would say to us. kindness returns to her place with the women in the circle, coming forward to take our hand. Another woman comes. Her name is Hope. She takes our hand and leads us around the edge of the lagoon. It's a shallow lagoon. We wade through the shallows, stand under the water as it falls down from the rock pools above. Hope also has a message for us, a song she wants to sing. And as we stand in the shallows, we begin to hear her dreaming. What is she saying to us tonight? We begin to head towards the edge of the lagoon again. The water has cooled our legs. and the splashes from the waterfall have danced on our skin. We make our way slowly back to the circle of women, sitting in reverence in this sacred place, this place of gathering, this place of being. There's no striving here in the rainforest next to the lagoon. This is a place of peace, a place of belonging, of connection, a place of exploring what is within us, what is around us, a place of being in the presence of others and the divine. We pay attention once again to the body, the way it's connected to the earth by gravity, holding us steady, sure, never ending, never failing. An anchor to this present moment. Finally, the third Indigenous elder steps forward. Her name is Love. It's not just her name, but we see her and we feel her presence. And we open our hearts and minds to her words in this time. The sisters all around begin to sing. They sing of the connection, of all of the connections. And we pause our mind to hear Love's words. we take some time to sit in quiet reverence. Kindness, hope, and love have given us a gift. They have touched our soul. The women in the circle place their hands across their chest, their palms pressing in to their shoulders. They invite us to do the same. They begin to sway gently from side to side, feeling the breeze of the forest through their hair and through our hair. In this time and in this place, we are safe. We receive that connection, the soul hug. Ever so gently, we allow our hands and our bodies, our shoulders, and our breath and our mind and our heart and our spirit to be at peace, in a place of rest. We take a few moments to very slowly, when we're ready, slowly and gently opening our eyes to this present moment, to this present place, and into the company of others. Be at peace, my sisters. Shalom.